is Muhammad Ismail Shafiq bin Halil Ahmed. My metric number 1220440 and I'm from KBE 1. Today I would like to discuss about the comparison between Brunei and Malaysia. First of all, in this modern era, communication between cultures is very important in order to create a prosperous society. However, many people take this matter lightly, whereas this can have a great impact if practiced correctly. Therefore, increasing the number of important initiatives to maintain global peace, strengthen the relationship between the common culture and the dominant culture in each country, ensure the sustainability of resources and increase ecological viability depends on communication between effective culture. With that, the country can develop and be more harmonious. This assessment will discuss the differences in terms of intercultural communication that comprise of difference between Malaysia and Brunei country in 4 aspects, which is family, cultures, value, and identity.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Aizam Zulfitri bin Esrozli. My metric number is 1220434. I would like to talk about comparison between Brunei and Malaysia. Firstly, family culture. The family culture in Brunei and Malaysia share some similarities due to their common Malay origins and Islamic influence. In both countries, the family is perceived as having collective interests and extended families are seen as the basic unit of society. The patriarch of the household is often the father, but the elders handle important family matters. In Brunei, children are taught to subjugate their own desires for the good of the entire family and to respect family support in accomplishing goals. Brunei's culture is deeply rooted in its Malay origins, reflected in its language, architecture, ceremonies, and custom governing daily life. The nation's Malay Islamic monarchy philosophy aims to forge a stronger sense of identity and foster unity, forming the backbone of Bruneian cultural identity. Similarly, in Malaysia, the preference is to have a large number of children, and the whole family is usually consulted prior to all marriages, as marriage is considered the joining of 2 families. However, there are also differences such as the practice of polygamy being more common in rural areas in Malaysia, while it is not prominent practice in Brunei. Additionally, the royal family holds significant influence in Brunei, given its status as a monarchy, which is not the case in Malaysia. Overall, while both countries share some common family cultural traits due to their Malay heritage and Islamic influence, there are also distinct practices and influences that shape the family dynamics in each country.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Razlan bin Ahmad Rasdi. My metric number is 1220395. About cultures, first of all, I would like to talk about languages and literature. Brunei and Malay, both countries use Malay language as an official language for both countries. But in Brunei, majority of them speak Malay Brunei and English Brunei. And so for their minority people, they would like to talk about they use language like Tutong, Kedayan, Belait, Murut, Dusun, and Brunei Bisaya. Compared to Malaysia, they also have another languages, but we don't call it another languages, but we call it Lorat. For example, Utara Lorat and Pantai Timur Lorat. So next about culture, we also have religion and diversity. Okay, for both countries, which are Malaysia and Brunei, Islam is an official religion for both countries. But both countries also have their minority religion, such as Christian, Buddhism, and Hinduism. In Brunei, in Malaysia, Christian are higher than Buddhism, but in Brunei, Buddhism is higher than the Christian. But we can see two different about from religion aspect, which is Malaysia don't use the law by Al-Quran and Sunnah, but Brunei use the law. We call it hudud, and Brunei and Malaysia, the law based from Malaysia Constitution. And in Brunei, the people that living in the interior, they don't have any religion. Okay, we move to the next section, which is cuisine. Because Malaysia and Brunei are neighbor, so there are not too many differences in the type of cuisine for both countries. But I would like to share to you about two types of food that originally generated by Brunei, which are ambuyat and nasi katuk. Ambuyat is food that made from the sagu, and nasi katuk is rice that like to be a porridge, and the Bruneian eat it with sambal. And Brunei dishes, they are more too spicy. They are often spicy, but the Malaysia dishes also spicy, but it not in every state, just maybe a certain state only. Okay, last but not least, we also have for cultures, celebration and festival. Brunei is also have the same in terms of celebration in Malaysia, like Hari Raya, but how they celebrate it is different from Malaysia, because the Bruneian will hold the celebration with Sultan at Sultan's palace, and there they will hold an Al-Quran Khatam event, and after that they eat with Sultan. Another celebration or event, they also had an event in every Sunday morning from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and the event name is Bandaku Sehat, which is the Bruneian do not allow to use any vehicles in Bandar Muara, in Bandar Seri Begawan at Brunei Mengawu, which is the capital city of Brunei.
Then about the values of the culture in Malaysia and Brunei. What the difference values in Malaysia and Brunei? First, cultural homogeneity versus diversity. In Brunei is primarily a Malay Muslim society with a strong emphasis on cultural homogeneity. For Malaysia is culturally diverse. Brunei is primarily a Malay Muslim society with a strong emphasis on cultural homogeneity. Communication values often reflect a collective orientation, emphasizing respect for authority and adherence to Islamic principles. Malaysia is culturally diverse, comprising Malays, Chinese, Indians, and indigenous groups. Communication dynamics reflect a blend of cultural influences, fostering a balance between collectivism and individualism. The second values is hierarchical structures. Communications tends to be more formal. In Malaysia, communication is influenced by a balance between hierarchical respect and the need for inclusivity. In Brunei, hierarchical structures are deeply ingrained in Brunei society, with a strong respect for authority figures. Communication tends to be more formal, and individuals may be cautious about expressing dissent or challenging hierarchical positions. While Malaysia also respects hierarchy, the presence of diverse ethnic groups contributes to a more dynamic social structure. Communication is influenced by a balance between hierarchical respect and the need for inclusivity. The third values is religious influence. In Brunei, values play a significant role in shaping social norms. In Malaysia, communication reflects respect for various religious practices. Islamic principles strongly influences communication in Brunei, with an emphasis on politeness, humility, and adherence to Islamic etiquette. Religious values play a significant role in shaping social norms. In Malaysia, Islam is the predominant religion in Malaysia, but the country's cultural diversity brings in influences from other religions. Communication reflects respect for various religious practices, contributing to a pluralistic approach. The fourth values is collectivism versus individualism. In Brunei, the collective orientation is prominent in Brunei. For Malaysia, exhibits a balance between collectivism and individualism. The collective orientation is prominent in Brunei, where the well-being of the group is often prioritized over individual interests. Communication emphasizes consensus building and maintaining group harmony. In Malaysia exhibits a balance between collectivism and individualism. While collective values are important, there is also recognition of individual rights and aspirations, especially within the context of a multicultural society.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good afternoon, madam. My name is Faris Hani Siddiqui bin Muhammad Fauzi. My metric number is 1220389. Okay, today I would like to talk about the comparison of identity between Brunei and Malaysia. Malaysia and Brunei have some similarities in their identity, such as being predominantly Malay and having Islam as the official religion. However, there are also some differences. Brunei has a national ideology called Malay Islamic Monarchy (MIB), which combines Malay culture, Islam and monarchy as its fundamental elements. In contrast, Malaysia's national identity is based on the concept of Bangsa Malaysia, which aims to create a sense of unity and shared identity among the diverse ethnic groups. Additionally, while Malay is the official language in both countries, Brunei Malay differs greatly from Standard Malay, which is more commonly spoken in Malaysia. Finally, Brunei is a small country with a population of around 460,000, while Malaysia is a larger country with a population of over 32 million. In summary, while Malaysia and Brunei share some similarities in their identity, such as being predominantly Malay and having Islam as their official religion, they also have some differences such as their national ideologies, language, and population size. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Now we come to the conclusion. The conclusion is Malaysia and Brunei also have many differences in four aspects, namely family, culture, values, and identity. In addition, the ability to communicate effectively across culture boundaries is crucial for the successful collaboration and relationship building of multi-ethnic and international communities. It is also essential for avoiding and resolving conflicts. If you want to learn about other people and their customs and find common ground around the world. Therefore, it can be said that communication is not a universal solution, although communication is a valuable tool to solve various interpersonal problems. But communication cannot solve all problems. So, intercultural communication is very important to people and also can make the country continue to grow rapidly and also can communicate to other cultures nicely. Thank you.